Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, yes, indeed, we're starting off focusing on the Edo election. Will it hold or not? We've got several reports on this one, so we'll wait on the queue before we bring you some of those, which is building up to the big day. We don't know if that big day is going to be the day eventually. But in the meantime, we've got Roy Okhidievbie here, who is a security analyst and also the CEO of August Eye Security. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
And interestingly, this advisory is predicated on security. Even though there's a paper that says INEC bows, but the previous paper did say INEC said they will consult. But about this particular one, especially when you have heard the PDP say, look, they don't understand why the police is coming up with this advisory, because the president only recently campaigned there. He had a mammoth crowd. So if there was going to be any attack, didn't attack them there. We had elections in Borno State, which is the hub of this security challenge we've got. It went on. So why this one? And so many just wonder, what do you think of this?
Well, you know, we have been talking about the relevance of security intelligence. We have been talking about relevance of security organizations. Now, this continuation of relegation of security in very, very crucial issues have continued to become a flaw in our system in the government. Okay, look at the basics. Let's take the reason for intelligence gathering. Let's take the reason of application of intelligence to unfolding events, national events. The INEC itself is a body. Now, the INEC is supposed to have an internal security department. The INEC itself is supposed to portray a security department that should be able to liaise, that should be able to relate with the federal government security agencies. That security department will be headed by a professional that may or may not be an ex-service person, but fully grounded in international security and certifications. That kind of professional can be able to relate with the government agencies, can be able to understand the intelligence gathering interpretations, can be able to garner trust from the government agencies to be able to deduce certain reasons. And he also will have the prerogative to liaise with his people, where he also have dual trust with the government agencies and with the INEC body, and he will be able to give them who to know, what to know basis. And whilst he is doing that, he is in this body, he is in this body, he has trust here, he has trust here. He has the ability and capability to understand intelligence information, and he also has the ability and capability to interpret it in basic language to his people. And you now begin to see a kind of synergy and corresponding actions. The INEC itself is not supposed to be discussing with the security agencies. The INEC itself is supposed to have a security advisor within its body.
Is that supposed to be, if they have that, yeah, is that supposed to be, will it override the ultimate decision advisory of the Nigeria Police Force if they have a security department? And will it be sufficient just having a security department?
Yeah, we are going forward now. Now, the Nigerian Police Force has its mandate to protect the people, to gather information and use it to protect the people. The DSS itself has overriding and a kind of more in-depth opportunities to also generate intelligence, mix it up with both the armed forces and the police force and the people and international community. Now, if you look at all of that, who are they going to relate to? Security application for events that have planned over time does not have spontaneous actions or reactions. It has a long span of planning and implementation. So if you have planning and you have implementation, what are you planning? Whatever you are planning should be guided by information that you have.
Let me bring you this perspective, because the police in that report said they have credible intelligence. Yeah. And you know, when the security agencies ordinarily in different climes tell you they've got credible intelligence, you're supposed to run with it as it is, not imputing any further meaning to it. But here, when they have said this now, we have people who are already questioning that credible, or the credibility of that intelligence, because they think, they don't just see this, they think there's more to this, especially with the precedents that we have with the general elections just concluded.
Yeah. So you now go back to the fact that I mentioned last time, that politics itself is rubbing off so much on the need to apply professionalism. Policy itself has doused professionalism to the extent that there is compromise in people's statements, compromise in people's belief. If the police have information, definitely, they are not supposed to share it with people that cannot understand or keep it. You know what? Excuse me. The formation we are talking about.
We need to take a break. Pardon me for that. But don't worry. Just hold your thoughts. I hope you don't lose your train of thoughts. We'll come back in just a moment. Join us again.